Hi everyone, and welcome back to Liz Sews. Today I have another spotlight on the Bra Builders kit for you, and this kit is called Gilded. So when Sue told me that she was planning on a silver velvet for Christmas, I was really excited. Obviously I've worked with velvet a couple of other times, and I can post in some pictures up here, and I really enjoy working with it. I think it's really sumptuous fabric. It feels very decadent and something that you wouldn't necessarily see lingerie made out of, but when I received it in the mail, I was absolutely blown away by this fabric. It's actually a foiled crushed velvet, so it has such a delicious, lovely shine and shimmer to it. I'm hoping that it's picking up on camera, but it really just is unlike anything I've ever seen before, and it definitely has a very festive look to it. I think it would make the perfect Hanukkah bra or even a New Year's Eve bra because it is so shiny and lovely. So here is the fabric itself. It is a stretch velvet, so it does have, some stretch in one direction and a little bit more stretch in the other direction. It feels quite firm. So I think that it should work with even larger bust sizes because it is a quite firm stretch. It doesn't feel like floppy or anything like that. It definitely has some structure to it. And it has two color options that you can pick up from Bra Builders. The first one being Pewter. Pewter is sort of like their standard light gray. I would say that Pewter leans a little bit more on the purpley blue side than the fabric itself, so just be aware of that. And then the other option you have is Frost, which is just their standard white kit. So in addition to the findings with this kit, you'd also receive some sheer cup lining, and here we can see here this is the Frost or white sheer cup lining and the Pewter sheer cup lining. With the sheer cup lining, it definitely becomes a little bit more obvious, those tonality differences between that, though I think it would still look really, really lovely with this Pewter color as well. And then we have Power Net to go with it. Here is the Frost Power Net, and mine is in the medium weight. And here is the Pewter Power Net. So I think that the Pewter Power Net goes really well with the velvet here, and obviously, when you're using sheer cup lining, you probably won't be seeing it very much, or you'd only be using it in a single layer, so it's not as obvious. I don't think that this kit has the option of micro duoplex, though I could be wrong on that. It hasn't released yet as the time of me filming this, so that's why I'm a little unsure about some of the things. But I do think that this velvet is strong enough that I think that if you combine it with the sheer cup lining, you're going to be perfectly fine in terms of support and stability. We could just take a look really fast at what would be included in the findings kit. So first we have strap elastic. I always choose the option to add the extra 1.5 yards of strap elastic just because my preference is for stretchy strapped bras. I think standard it does not come with strap elastic, or it comes with a very short piece of strap elastic just for the tail end of your strap if you wanted to do self straps. It has some Pico Elastic. This is, I believe, 3/8 of an inch for use on the underarm section. It will come with twill tape, cotton twill tape. This is useful for like stabilizing seams or the neckline and stuff like that. I have some wider Pico Elastic. I use this on the bottom band of my bra. And of course, some underwire channeling. And then your choice of hook and eyes. I think they have 2, 3, and 4. I have 3 and 4 here to show you just the difference between them. But I think you can choose whatever hook and eye you want. And then the last thing that it comes with, which I've already used up, I think, is the rings and sliders. And the rings and sliders will be dyed to match the elastics. So now that we've taken a look at all of the fabrics that are included in the kit, we can go ahead and see what it is that I chose to make with the Gilded kit. So first up, I have this bra here, and this is the Ruby bra from Pinup Girls. Bra Builders does sell this pattern, so if you're interested in recreating the bra, you can go ahead and pick up the pattern on Bra Builders website at the same time. So I've used the cups from the Ruby pattern because I really like the style lines, but I went ahead and changed out the frame for my porcelain frame. The ruby frame that comes in the pattern I don't particularly like for my shape. I think that Jennifer Lynn Fairbanks porcelain frame fits me really, really well, and so I went ahead and used that instead, knowing that they were both drafted for the same size wire. So I used a cup that was for a 40 wire as well as the frame for a 40 wire. So I knew they would sort of match up pretty well. When cutting out the velvet, I did cut the velvet slightly smaller than its lining material. That way that velvet could sort of like stretch to meet it, and when it's worn, it pulls taut and doesn't bag out at all. Though, like I said, the velvet is a little bit more robust than some of the knits I've been showing, so you're less likely to see bagging with it. And then I've chosen to use the frost finding kits with this one just because I thought that the white looked really good with the velvet. So on the inside of the bra, you can see all of the back here. I've chosen to go with the frost colorway on this one. I liked the way that the frost looked with that icy silver. It reminds me of snow. And on the inside, I have added some foam lining to this cut piece. So this foam lining, I think I purchased from Bra Maker's Supply. I really like lining my ruby bras in foam, and specifically when I'm working with something like stretch velvet, it's nice to have that foam interior, which gives you most of your structure and support, and then you can sort of like stretch and pull the fabric over top of it, so you get like a nice, smooth, clean surface on the outside. And I lined the side frame and the bridge, of course, in my sheer cup lining just to give it that strength, support, and stability, and the cups themselves are just foam and velvet. So they do have a little bit softer, rounder of appearance because this has a little bit of give to it. It's not completely stable. So that is the bra, and I was really, really quite happy with how this one turned out. I think it's very blingy and happy. So the next thing I did is I kind of wanted to harken back to the bow bra that I think I did. It was last Christmas or maybe 2 Christmases ago, and I'll pop up a picture here. And so I decided this time, the last time I made the bow bra, it's really impractical. You can't wear it under any clothing whatsoever. So for this one, I decided what I would do is something a little bit different, and I just made a detachable bow out of the fabric itself. And then that way you can add it onto the bra with, a safety pin just in the center front bridge here. So you can have that sort of like bow present when you want to have a bow bra, but then it's also something that you can take off so that the lingerie has more functionality later in the road instead of just being something that's worn before some activities. So I thought the bow looked really cute. I just did a really short bow this time. I thought the tails of my original bow bra were much longer. Of course, that was made so that it could just tie up and untie, whereas this one is just more of a static bow. But I thought it was an interesting addition to the bra, and it definitely brings it more into that holiday theme. So for the bottoms, I decided to go for a new to me pattern. This is the Vera Bikini, and this comes from Studio Costura shop. So Studio Costura so kindly sent me over a bunch of her different patterns. So this is one I was really itching to try. So this one is kind of nice because it uses some strap elastic and rings and sliders on the side pieces of the bikini, and that way you have a little bit of adjustability. Let's say you ate a lot during Christmas and you needed to just let this out a little bit. I also think this might be kind of nice for maternity lingerie because it's something that could sort of like grow with you but still makes you feel attractive and sexy. So the Vera Panties were really, really easy to put together. It's just 3 pieces of fabric, the front, the gusset, and the back panel, and then I've covered all of my edges in the frost fold-over elastic, and then you just add on these teeny little straps on the sides. So I think this is a nice, simple, really fast underwear pattern to put together. It's definitely something I can see using a lot in the future because it could showcase, some nice lace. I can see putting some non-stretch lace in this front panel, and because you have this adjustability, you don't have to worry about it not being non-stretch. I also think that you could attach the bow onto this and have, an equally cute set as well. So lots of options with this one. I hope you guys have enjoyed this look at the gilded set, and I've given you some ideas of how you might be able to use this foiled crushed velvet, and I will see everyone next time. Take care.